Hello, YouTube. Andy on Cam Reacts. For those that do not know, I'm a Korean American that's followed Korean music since the late 80s to the early 2010s. It's been a minute since I've reacted to SSERAFIM. Actually, SSERAFIM was the very first video on my channel. It's been a while then, right? It's been 5 months. It was in May that I started the channel, and I think SSERAFIM just released their debut song. And I haven't reacted to them since. I haven't seen anything from them since. But I do remember Sakura, because I watched Produce 48. I do remember Chaewon because I rewatched Produce 48. I know there's a Kazuha because Kazuha has become very popular for her aesthetics lately, I think, in the last like 5 months. I know there's a Eugene, something like that. She was also, I remember her from Produce 48, 48, yeah, Produce 48 as well. And then there's one more member that I don't remember, because the other one was all over the headlines because she is no longer with them. So, anyways, thought I'd go ahead and, sorry about that. I'm going to mute my phones, or put them on vibrate at least, right? But I know how to use my phone. There you go. All right, so with that said, it is SSERAFIM's Antifragile. They like their all caps, so I'm not sure why they did that, but 4K is good. I'll put English subtitles because I'm better at English. Let's go. If this song is anything like Fearless, it'll be a pretty hard-hitting beat. Who's saying Antifragile? I'm not reading the subtitles at all, or captions. Is this the chorus? That was the chorus. It just went right into the chorus, I feel like. Sakura's come such a long ways from when I first saw her at Produce 48. I guess they all have, I guess I should say. But Sakura especially.
You can chain me, cause I'm gonna break out, gonna break out, we can break it, baby, rock it, twist it, lock it, baby. All I know is you can chain me, cause I'm gonna break out, gonna break out. 너무 비켜줄게, 내가 바랬던 세계 제일 위에 떨어져도 돼, I'm anti-fragile. 난 지금 on my way, 갖다버리죠 너의 fairy tale. Now you know my name, I'm anti-fragile.
Excuse me? Did they just kill these girls? Yeah, it's on there. It's on the way. Jeez. Pretty violent, if I have to say so. Of course, they just shrug it off. I'd be dead.
SSERAFIM.
So I feel like SSERAFIM is like SSERAFIM. They're all very, very like. I don't know if their abs came from being skinny or if they're buff. Kazuha looks pretty buff actually, like her body structure. Sorry. Anyways, I say that because not a lot of abs. Abs were not such a common thing in first and second gen, especially in girls. Usually, tummies aren't really shown a lot in older songs, older gen stuff. So, anyways, that was SSERAFIM's Antifragile. Antifragile. Let's go here. Special performance. It's gonna bug me. I need to remember the final member's name. I don't remember at all. The SSERAFIM. Oh, there it is. K profiles. That seems to be the consistent one. So this is Chaewon. This is Sakura. This is Yunjin. So she's Yunjin. IVE has Yujin. Okay. This is Kazuha. And Eunchae. Hong Eunchae. She's the new maknae because I think Karam was the maknae before, right? Karam. Her name was all over the news. Well, not all over, but you know, it was hard to not know her name after some point. Is there any update on her as an ex-member? Announced that Karam on hiatus. Announced they terminated their contract. Released a statement regarding her school bullying allegations via her friend's Instagram account. Okay. It's really unfortunate, but if any of it was true, then still unfortunate. If everything is false, even more unfortunate. Eunchae. Eunchae was her name. Chaewon's come a long way as well. Like, she didn't stand out to me at all in produce at least when I was watching the show. I remembered Yunjin because she was from Playtis at the time, and I was like, oh, Playtis is still around. And her Playtis mate I forget her name. It was a former after school member that was also in Produce 48. Okay, so this is when the chorus starts. Okay. I just remember that the set 06. It's like, okay, another group where the youngest member is relatively incredibly young. Okay. I was watching this and I was like, Eunchae looks really young, and then I remember 06. And that's important to me because I don't particularly like seeing really young people in groups. especially if the group's concept is incredibly sexy. I'm not sure about the song. Lately, there's been a trend to have makeup that imitates scratches or something, right? One thing I really appreciate is they are really doing a good job of their facial expressions. Like Chaewon's smile, Sakura when she does turn that charm on, everyone's got a really nice smile, and it's really carrying the performance in my opinion. Sorry, I'm getting a lot of emails right now, so I'm just trying to make sure I am not being dumb by not responding to them because I'm watching the SSERAFIM. This only came out 2 days ago, so there's gonna be there's probably not a lot of content. I don't trust Mnet to not block my video unless I put a small little filter. Sorry about this. Always moves. Gotta move it around. There you go. Good enough, I think. Hold on. Okay, back. Let's fix my regions just a little bit. And I'm gonna watch this Mnet 60 frames per second. Wow. Is it live or is it pre-recorded? We'll see. It's pre-recorded. 내가 뜨거운 those shoes 무슨 말이 더 필요해 무심한 내가 걸어온 거리 I got to ride to die die 더 높이 가줄게 내가 바라던 세계 제일 위에 떨어져도 돼 Antifragile Antifragile 난 지금 on my way 갖다 버려줘 너의 fairy tale Now you know my name Antifragile Antifragile I think Kazuha is like the second most buff idol behind Handong from Dreamcatcher. 내가 뜨거운 those shoes 무슨 말이 더 필요해 무심한 내가 걸어온 거리 I got to ride till I die die 더 높이 가줄게 내가 바랬던 세계 제일 위에 떨어져도 돼 I'm Antifragile Antifragile 나 지금 on my way 갖다 버려준 너의 fairy tale Now you know my name I'm Antifragile Antifragile Yeah, they have the really playful facial expressions on this, which is really nice. But admittedly, I didn't watch much of Fearless after reacting to it, so...
써버려줘 너의 fairy tale Now you know my name Antifragile, antifragile Anti-T-T-T-fragile, fragile Anti-T-T-T-fragile Anti-T-T-T-fragile, fragile Antifragile, antifragile
Oh, there's a lot of time here. Oh, it's that awkward like close up face thing. I don't want that. So two things bug me on the song, and it's really minor gripes. Really, three things. Two things. Three things. Three things. A, the rapping is subpar. Um, and there's a significant portion of rapping, but I think it's. Eh, I don't know if it's skill or if it's lyricism, but something was off. I feel like. So that's a minor gripe, number one. I don't think it's a big deal, though. Two, um, I thought Yunjin had a clearer voice. Sakura has a very nasal tone just naturally already, so I kind of understand that from Sakura, but I thought Yunjin had a much clearer voice. And they made her so it feels like they either made her or in this song her tone is very nasally. It felt very congested. I was hoping when Yunjin came in it would be like 푹 뚫려, like it was gonna be like a piercing sound, and it didn't happen. And during the chorus, I mean, so I was kind of confused and a little bummed out. Um, Third, why do they go back and forth between anti and anti-fragile? I think they say anti-fragile for the chorus, and then they say anti ttt anti. Stick to it. Stick to one pronunciation. Such a small gripe. I have to find something to grasp at, right, to complain about. So what do I like about the song? I think it's consistent with Le Sserafim's style and feel to Fearless, but I think Fearless was a better song melodically. Bum ba 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 bum ba ba bum bum. What you looking at? What you looking? Maybe not. This song has more of a melody, maybe. I don't hate the song at all. I'm trying to find things to complain about because it makes me it vocalizes why I would give it a less than a 10, because it's not a 10 for me. Let's see here. Impurities. I will not react to that. Sorry. Full cam. There's a lot of songs I don't know here, so I will not watch this. Huh? Kazuha. Kazuha, I'm serious. Like, Kazuha has been pretty popular in Korea. She kind of looks like. It's interesting. Kazuha is a Japanese person by descent, right? Or was she a Korean born in Japan? I forget. Born in Kochi, she lived in Amsterdam. No, she's a Japanese by blood, I think. But she looks incredibly Korean. You know, like there's a lot of people that look Korean. There's a lot of people that look Japanese, right? Sometimes you can't really tell. But I think Chaewon looks fairly Korean. I don't think Sakura necessarily looks Korean, but it's hard to say if I didn't know her name or who she was. If I don't know if I would guess Japanese right away, but she has a Japanese look. Yunjin, I think I would guess she's Korean. Kazuha, I would guess she's Korean if I just had to go off of, naive, ignorant looks, and that's it. Eunchae also looks. Actually, she almost looks Japanese. Eunchae? She reminds me of Rei a little bit from IVE on this picture. I think when they're actually performing, they're completely different, but just on this picture alone, they kind of have the slightest of similarities. But anyways. I want to listen to the song one more time. I just need to figure out which one. I think I'll just watch the music video again, to be honest. I think I'm like half pre-recorded because there's points on this. Sorry, I'm jumping around on this Mnet comeback stage or M2 comeback stage, whatever this is. I think I saw instances where I was doubting that it's live. Especially Unche's part. This part right here, like it just didn't look live. But it sounds live but I heard people saying in the comments that pre-recorded are trying to make it sound more and more like live being performed instead of. Anyways, so I'm 50-50 right now, pre-recorded or live, but it sounded good. They for what it is. Back to the music video, and then I'm gonna stop and talk about the song a bit more.
I'm anti-fragile, I'm anti-fragile, I'm anti-fragile, fragile, 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 fragile. Anti-fragile, fragile, anti-fragile, anti-fragile, fragile, anti-fragile, anti-fragile. 가시밭길 위로 riding, you make me boost up. 거짓으로 가득 찬 party, 가렵지도 않아. 말들이 많아, 나도 좀 듣는 내 rival. 모두 기도해 falling, 'cause all we know I'm a jumping. Yes, give it up, 걸어봐 we are my client. 눈빛엔 거대한 desire.
Yeah, I don't like Unche's rap part. I think it's a stylistic choice that Yunjin is doing here. And the rapping's lyrics is pretty lacking as well. I still don't know what she's fighting, Unche, there. Okay, the chorus is growing on me. It's catchy, right? Just brush it off, a meteor just landed, broke, exploded in front of me. Don't care. Chaewon is surprisingly very charming. I swear, like in Produce 48 when I was watching it, and then they announced the final lineup, I was like, who the hell is Chaewon? I have no idea who she is, because I feel like this show like never spotlighted her enough for me to like gauge how popular she is, or how good she is, I should say. Very talented girl. Again, I didn't really follow Eyes One after either. That's why this is surprising. Probably, I'm pretty sure for those that watched Produce 48 and then watched Eyes One, I'm pretty sure Sakura and Chaewon's performance is probably like not surprising to you. Um, but going from the Produce 48 the show, which I didn't really finish all the way, or watch completely, I should say. I watched intermittently here and there, and then to see them here, members of Produce 48, Eyes One here, the gap is pretty jarring. Um, so the song, I don't like the rapping. They did this weird like they kept their nose, but they relaxed their jaw, and they did something to their voice where it just feels 답답해. 답답해. Well, how do you say 답답해 in English? It's like I feel trapped and congested. That feeling. I get that from when they rap. Eunche's rap. Some of Yunjin's singing, stylistic choices, and Sakura always had that nasally quality, so it's not really her fault. But they could do things to avoid that, right? Even Kazua's rap was a little dry. So it was. I wanted more from the rappers or the rap verses on the song. Overall, though, the beat is fun. The the melody is okay to fun. It's supposed to be a strong girl embodiment of strong girls and kind of doing an anti and don't care, it's fine, everything's like, I'm on my way type of thing. um sure, like the Seraphim's Fearless was more impactful, but I think this is a funner song, especially performance wise. I really, really enjoy their facial expressions. Oops, I'm breaking things here. I apologize. If you watch each individual, they're doing something with their faces, smiling, smirking, showing attitude, showing sass. Oh, yeah, this is like the Chaewon's rap was better there, but I feel like the chorus comes out of nowhere still, like, even if I'm expecting it. It's funny how I said my last listen was the last listen, but here I am. Yeah, anyways. Okay. So 8 out of 10. I think it's just an 8 out of 10. I think that's actually a pretty high score. Of course, a lot of songs on my channel get 7 to 8s because this is where a lot of these songs land. Like, for those that don't know, this out of 10 score is completely not objective, completely biased, completely inconsistent scoring system where I just gauge how much I particularly like or dislike a song. And the score out of 10 would be 10 being I love the song, is amazing, versus 0 would be, or 1 or whatever the lowest score would be, is how much I don't like the song or dislike a song or hate the song or something. So far on my channel, I think the lowest score I've given is a 3, and there's only 1. I think very small amount of songs got like a 5. and then a good amount of songs get a 10 or a 9, but then most songs land in the 7 and 8. And I think LE Antifragile or Antifragile, whatever your accent is, or uh, Antifragile for those that are uh, for those that know that reference, the fragile part. Um, it's a decent song, and I think the artists themselves actually shine more than the song does. To be honest, I think Kazuha, Sakura, Chewon, and Yunjin, and even Unche. I whenever there's an underage member, I don't tend to look at them much. I don't want to see underage, really young member. I don't think they're overly sexualizing the members here, although their outfits are fairly skin revealing. It is the market, I guess. It is what it is. Um, I look at this and I think Kazuha's a buff girl. Sorry, I'm just noticing that my gray screen of death is filters of death is still up there. Kazuha right here on this one that moves around. She's actually quite buff and in shape, which is great to see actually. 8 out of 10. It's a good song. It's an okay song. I think a lot of people will jive with it. I think the song isn't really my jam, but I could respect it. And like I said, these live performances, especially the performance video, really showcases their charm, their stage presence, their ability to grab your attention. Although I do think I wish it was less rehearsed. And what I mean by that is a lot of these groups, every performance almost looks identical to the last, right? So if SSERAFIM performs on Mnet 2 or whatever NBCs or KBS's or SPS's music shows, these performances will look almost identical other than their clothes and their hairstyle and their makeup style or whatever. And it really like reduces the individuality of the artist. I feel like when they have to or they rehearse something so much that they look exactly the same every time. Like I was watching the performance video and there was a moment where I think it was Yunjin was in the center and everyone was around. Kazuha was kind of looking at Yunjin and smiling and stuff, right? It's like, oh, that's a good moment. And then I saw this M2 comeback performance here, and she did the exact same facial expression and look at Yunjin and then look away. Like, oh, it's incredibly rehearsed. Okay. So that kind of takes away some of the sincerity from it. But it's just these are like minor gripes, right? They rehearse so much, even the facial expressions, and I think there's more respect to give than there is to criticize on that. I just wish they could be more, have even more fun on stage. I guess is what I'm saying, and be themselves. if it is not being promoted for them, then I would hope they would be able to. Anyways, I think I've monologued enough. I really like SSERAFIM. It has actually Sakura was one of my favorite people in Produce 48. And then when I saw Yunjin didn't make it further, I was kind of disappointed because I thought she was great. And then I actually think Kazuha is incredibly talented. Although her voice, her so far what I've seen vocally and rap wise, not my favorite, but she's got a lot of charm. She's very pretty. Her dancing is very attractive to watch. It's aesthetically pleasing, right? No opinion on Unche. I didn't really notice her previously either, unfortunately. But she's very pretty, very cute, very young looking, and that's probably a reason why I tend to not look at her so much. So SSERAFIM is a group I really, really enjoy. I hope I can watch more of them soon. Antifragile is an 8 out of 10 again. Yeah, it's a solid comeback. I think they're pretty popular in Korea. I think IVE is kind of like the running the new girl group train though, but Le Sserafim isn't is no, are no pushovers. With that said, comment down below. What do you think about Le Sserafim's Anti-Fragile or Anti-Fragile? Um, do you like it as much as Fearless? Do you think it's a good song? It's a good fit? Is it too formulaic considering um, what they've done in the past? I don't know. I've only listened to Le Sserafim. I've only listened to Fearless. That's my only gauge of comparison I could give if there is any comparing to have. Um, I feel like Le Sserafim, just from the girl groups I've listened to, especially the newer ones, there's just an aura of confidence about them that I really like. Um, they give off an energy that other groups don't give, and it's like ultimate confidence and playfulness like in one thing. I don't know what it is. It's hard to explain, but they give off a vibe that um I really respect. Leave in the comments if you feel that way as well. Or if you have an idea of what I'm trying to say and portray that you could maybe explain better than I am. Um let's see here. And who's your favorite member from the Seraphim? I think Kazuha is, despite my complaints of her rapping and vocals style, she's got kind of a darker, raspier, maybe not raspy, but she's got a lower tone to her voice from what I've seen thus far, and she's a rapper of the group, I think. Despite my minor complaints of that, I like her stage presence. I like the way she dances. I like the way she um, uh, interacts with the camera, I guess. She's a very charming girl. Who is your favorite member of Eyes One Le Seraphim? I and also if you haven't already, liked the video, helps the algorithm out. It helps it get more people to see it on their feed and such. It's really helpful apparently. What do I know? And also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Subscriptions always help me understand you guys enjoy the content, and it really helps me stay motivated to get to the next one. Seeing the growth of the channel keeps me like wanting to do more new stuff, because I could kind of fall into a sense of like comfort zone, right? Because I do a lot of Dreamcatcher content recently, and there's a lot of people that enjoy that content from my regular watchers, and I could just kind of continue doing that. But if I see people that are enjoying me reacting to groups that I don't normally react to, or or other groups that have less of a spotlight on my channel, but they get good views or attract new viewers or whatever I want, so people subscribe from it. Excuse me. Then sorry about that. I think my voice is a little clearer now. Anyways, what I'm saying is subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It really helps. And finally, if you're still here, many hearts to you. Always appreciate your time. And finally, have a good day, good evening, good morning, wherever you are, whatever time it is. Be safe, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Let me know what else I should react to from Le Sserafim, by the way. Bye.